takeaways after that?
Well, I'm so happy for our team. I'm really, really happy for our players, and you know they've been through a pretty tough stretch, not just with losses on the court, but you know we battled some injuries, and we've had low numbers in practice for a few days, but our team had a really good outlook coming in, and thought they played with really good confidence, and I'm proud of them for you know just handling what these last few weeks have been, and not letting it beat you down.
Questions?
For Shannon and Grace both, what does it feel like to get over the hump and get that first SEC win this year?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting for us. You know, we were just able to say, you know, we went through, you know, a tough stint, you know, of games right there, but everyone in the SEC is tough. So just coming into this game with the same mindset of just being able to execute our scout and just, you know, going out there and really playing for each other to try to get this first win.
Yes, let me tell you, we are very, very excited about this one, and we'll be excited about all of them. I mean, there are some things that we need to clean up for our next game, but right now we are very excited about this one.
For Grace and Shannon, what is kind of the overwhelming feeling right now? When, you know, getting over the hump and getting that first one. What is the feeling that you have right now?
I mean, I think as a team, you know, we definitely feel very excited. You know, we can enjoy that excitement for a little bit, but I think kind of what Shannon said, we definitely have some things we can learn on from this game. You know, we don't want to give up as many O boards as we did, and, you know, just making sure we can come out, you know, in our after half times, you know, making sure we're executing as well as we did in the first half. So I think excitement, but also knowing that we can learn and grow from this game as well.
For Shannon, obviously you were struggling with that lower body injury earlier in the month. What's it been like to kind of continue to get back and play? When, in my opinion, has been your strongest game since getting hurt.
Yeah, coming back, I mean, it was kind of tough for me. I mean, because when you first come back, you have like low loads and you kind of trying to like figure out like a rhythm. But I mean, my teammates and my coaches have been very supportive and just constantly just infusing good energy into me. So I think that's really been great for me.
For both of you, you hold them to 4 points in that first quarter. There, just what was the kind of defensive game plan early on, and did you expect it to work that well in that quarter?
Yeah, we really, you know, went over the game plan and, you know, just being able to execute, I think, was our strong suit in that first quarter, but also just, you know, when we went over scout, we really just focused not only on personnel, but just knowing that we're going to have to be able to guard 1 through 5 and all over. And so just, I think, being able to execute what our coaches gave us during scout really played out well in that first quarter.
Shannon, what is it like entering back into the fold from a schematic standpoint? Do you feel comfortable right back in the rhythm, or did it take a little bit of time for you to kind of feel your way out and kind of feel your role back into this offense?
I definitely think it took me a while. I think I'm still figuring it out, but like I said earlier, everyone's just been so supportive of me coming back and figuring it out. But yeah, I think it's been taking me some time, but I'm figuring it out.
For Grace, you had 12 rebounds, 4 on the offensive glass, especially on the offensive side. Has that become a bigger part of your game? Because it seems noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just been something I know my coaches needed from me, and I think being able to just really focus on that side of my game this year has been something, you know, that they've pushed me in, but also I've been able to just grow in and know if that's something else I can do for this team. You know, I don't have to just score to help Mizzou. I can also rebound and help get second chance opportunities and also help get, you know, defensive stops if we get bored. So I think that's just been somewhere I really tried to grow and help this team this year.
Shannon, Coach kind of talked about it at the start, but what has the mental toll of the last couple of weeks been like?
Can you repeat that?
The mental toll of the last couple of weeks, what has that been like?
Oh yeah, the coaches, they just constantly tell us like it might get tough, it's gonna get tough. Just stay together, keep believing in their game plan. But I mean, it got tough for a second, but we're just hoping to get another one on Sunday.
For both of you, JD kind of becoming a little bit of a three-point shooter lately. Just what does that add to the offense when she's able to pull up from back there?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see JD. You know, we see her, you know, shooting extra, and she, you know, she's in the gym getting up reps. So just seeing that, be able to show on the court has been awesome. And also it just really helps stretch out defenders. If they have to have a post on her that has to guard her on the perimeter, that really helps just space the floor, helps her roll, helps us, get skip passes, and everything just helps open up the floor for us.
Grace, from week one to where we see her now, what's changed about Chloe? How much has she developed in that time span?
Yeah, I mean, she's been great, and I feel like just, being able to see her grow mentally as well as physically, I feel like the best experience for the SEC is just being in it, and we've definitely been in it the past couple weeks. So, just being able to see her confidence grow, and, tonight, she scored, she passed, she rebounded, she did all of it. So I think just being able to see her confidence grow has been really cool, and know that we can do that at this level, and, she's been really great.
Any other questions, Mr. Natalie? All right.
Good job. Good job. Thanks.
All right, this time we'll open up for questions. Coach?
Coach, can you just take us behind the emotions of, what this win truly means for this group, the highs and lows of the past few weeks?
Yeah, I think I'm really excited for all those players in that locker room, because they come out, they hang in there, they still believe, and they come out to practice, and they're wanting to know what they can do better and how they can help, and they've just had a great attitude. We enjoy spending time with them. They're fun to be around. So they're good people, and you want it for good people. I think now you're asking the coaches, I don't know if it's relief or joy, and I haven't decided which feeling this is that I have, probably a little bit of both. You just got to get that first one, in the league play, and they're hard to come by, as we all know, and so just super excited. I'm so happy for the staff as well.
Coach, it's the first one of this year, but it's 678 days since your last SEC win. For you, how's it feel to be back in the win column?
Well, that's great. I wasn't counting, but appreciate you. No, it's, again, our league, we know how tough our league, how tough our league is. It is every single night. And, I told our players the first win that we got this year, and I repeated it to them today, we will never, ever take one for granted. We will celebrate everyone. I don't care if it's ugly or not. We're going to celebrate them because they're just too hard to get. So I'm proud. I'm really proud and happy.
Coach, start the game on a 20-4 run. Must have been one heck of a pregame speech. Just talk us through those first 10 minutes and what you saw from the team.
Well, I thought we were really connected defensively. I thought our change in defenses a little bit helped us out. I thought we were locked in on the ball. Thought we were, and they missed some shots. There's no doubt about it. They missed some shots, but we were coming down playing very confidently on the offensive end at the same time. So I just think, we just looked poised. We looked disciplined, and like I said, we started out with just such great confidence on both ends of the court.
From your experience, how much of getting started in a season is kind of proof that you can do it? How much is it proof that you can go out and get one?
Yeah, you have to get one before you can believe you're going to get another one, right? You can't get two before you get one. I think it's huge. Sometimes that first one's the hardest one to get, and we knew both teams going in with, the same record. They've been through the gauntlet just like we have, and we knew, we knew what we were up against, because there's a lot of emotions, and this was a lot of mental game as well today, not just the physical part, and it's. I tell you what, we have prepped for this for so long. We knew our schedule. We saw our schedule. We have prepped for this for so long, and it's not just those games. We're going to have stretches. We don't know where they are or when they're going to be, but we're going to have stretches that are going to be hard. And we've talked openly and honestly about those stretches with our players, and being able to bounce back and recover after losses is a big deal.
Kelly, when you look at the stretch that you opened SEC play with, obviously some of the best teams in the SEC, how much do you feel like that stretch kind of prepared you for what's to come now, and obviously played into getting this win?
Well, I think Grace said it best. That, being in the SEC, you really can't understand it till you're in it sometimes. And we have a lot of players that haven't done this, so we've had some tough games, some physical games. They've all looked different. Our opponents that stylistically have been different, and so we've had to try to adapt to different game plans. So our players, I think, have done a good job of that, and hopefully, every experience that we had, both good and bad, we're kind of banking, and then maybe you can pull that out later in the season.
Coach JD leads the team with 21. Just what does it mean, I guess, kind of unlock her on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, it was great to see her get going. It was great to be able to get her some looks early. I thought we missed a few, actually. She probably should have had a few more touches, but I thought she was aggressive, and she played very confidently, and I think that really helps our team when we have a presence, and whether that is Shannon on drives, Grace on drives, or post ups, or Jordana in the paint. Getting to the paint's a big deal for us, and it opens up the floor for our shooters.
With JD and the three-point shooting, I might be wrong, but I don't think she'd ever even attempted a three at Cleveland State. So what goes into her coming in, and now at this point in the season, I think she's 5 for 13 in the last 5 games from three.
Yeah, so we knew all summer. I mean, all summer we started working on her outside shot. We thought it looked good. She just hadn't taken it a whole lot, and she reps it out quite a bit. And so this is when we're hoping it was going to pay off. You put in a lot of time in the summer and in the fall, and still now. I mean, she shoots a lot of threes in practice, and I don't mean within like 5-on-5 settings, but in drills we'll get a lot of shots up, and so. When she shoots it in rhythm, she shoots a good percentage in practice. So I'm glad she's feeling more comfortable and confident to take it in a game.
Coach, 20 assists on 32 made baskets. Talk to me about what allowed you to move the ball so effectively tonight.
Yeah, we felt like we were going to be able to. We wanted to share the basketball tonight. We really wanted to find the open man. We talked about that. We looked through their defense where we thought we might have some opportunities. I thought we did a good job. I thought we got a little excited a few possessions. Sometimes things are going so well, you're trying to, make a shot that's worth 10 points. They're not worth 10 points, but, I thought for the most part we stayed relatively disciplined and with our shot selection, and, I think that's a big deal. Being able to be selfless and find your teammates, it's a big deal.
I'm curious what you've seen from Shannon and her progression from that injury, and obviously the night she had tonight. What have you seen from her in the past weeks?
Yeah, well, listen, Shannon, what she's going through right now is really hard. We've asked her to come back. She's come back in the middle of SEC play. She's never played in this league before, so here she jumps out here against 2 ranked opponents first, and what people don't understand, she doesn't get. She mentioned it. Her load is pretty low, so she doesn't get a lot of practice reps right now either. So that's a tough task. That is a tough task. So she's trying to get in rhythm in the game. So hopefully, the further along we go, we'll continue to manage her load. But hopefully, that can be something that she'll start feeling comfortable with, and get her in some more practice reps, and really help her. Honestly, feel a little. Even I know she had a good game tonight, but even more comfortable in the next game.
We'll take 1 or 2 more if you guys have.
Coach, Smith was not active today. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, she's just not been feeling well. Not completely out injury-wise, but she's another player that's just not been able to practice because she's not been feeling well, and so with an injury. So not a sickness, with an injury. So honestly, she is day to day. She went through part of shoot around today, but she's probably going to be day to day for a while.
Coach, in that same vein, what's it been like when you've been dealing with limited healthy bodies in practice, and then when you get into actual games?
Oh, it's very difficult. It is very difficult. So when you're in practice and you have 7 players and your practice guys are on Christmas break still, it makes things very difficult. So Liza Fruent is living her best life right now, being a student athlete again. We're getting creative with what we're doing. I think we've tried a lot of different things. We felt like some things worked and some things did not work. And so, I think hats off to the staff for, sometimes they have to go back to the drawing board and say, all right, how are we going to design this practice? So we're just getting really creative on our drills and our sets and our assignments and our scouting reports. So it's a constant, I talk about this a lot. It's fluid, man. It's fluid how we're coaching this group, because we're constantly learning something about them and trying to figure out how to help them be their best for the next opponent.
Is it joy or relief then?
It's joy and relief. I'm not going to lie. It's both. It's both. And I am when I walk out of here, I am channeling my joy. I am channeling the joy because I truly am going to enjoy this win.
In that vein, I guess, how have the players responded to that and what they've been able to do in practice and in games?
I think the players have been good. I think they've been really good. I think, they all want to be out there. And so I think I've asked them to be mature and be disciplined. And when we're on the court, we've got to get something out of it. And they've got to trust if we're going to go short, or if we're going to do this drill, if we're going to change it, if we're going to do something different, they've got to trust that's in their best interest, and they've got to give us everything they've got. That's not always easy to do. But I think they're really bought into our coaching staff's plan and vision for them.
Coach, one more. Slaughter finished double-double with the rebounds as well. Talk to me about what she's giving you there.
Yeah, she's been so consistent as of late. We know she's aggressive. She's looking to score every time she catches the basketball, which makes her so dangerous. I think she only had... No, I may not say that. She had 3 assists as well. So I think for her, just understanding where she can continue to help the team, she's really trying to rebound better, as she mentioned, because she knows that's such an area of need for this team. But, she carries a heavy load. We obviously rely a lot on her, and she's been coming through very consistently.
All right, one with that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.